Hi guys, just a really quick video on the basics of the grip, the setup and the stance. It's really important that we get these basics right at the start of any player's development, because the positions that we have with our setup, with how we hold the bat, how we stand, our eye level, etc. is going to make a big difference to how we can execute any particular shot. So the first area we look at is the grip. Now you watch on TV, lots of players have slightly different grips. Steve Smith holds the bat a little bit unconventionally. Some players hold the bat a little bit apart, some players have their hands together. There isn't an exact right or wrong, but traditionally and stereotypically the best way to get a nice conventional grip is to have the V's of your hands lining up with the spine or the ridge of the back of the cricket bat. Right-hand batters will hold the bat with their right hand at the bottom and their left hand above, with their V's lining up like so. And generally we want our hands pretty close together on the bat. The further apart our hands are on the bat, the more disjointed the control is. Often the bottom hand takes over, we don't get much control with the top hand. So we want our hands, often we say with our players if they're new, hands close together, maybe with their gloves just touching, their fingers just touching, and their hands down the spine with the V's in line like so. In terms of setup, we want our players generically to stand with their toes in line with middle stump. You'll see some players will bat middle and leg or leg stump, and in shorter formats of the game they might manipulate their position. But again, traditionally, stereotypically, we want a young player to have their toes in line with middle stump. I've drawn our footwork matrix here with a line on middle stump so that toes are like so. A common mistake is for a player to place one foot in front of the other foot, usually the front foot. This locking off position is not desirable. That makes it really hard for players to play around their front leg. So we want our toes in line, maybe even our left foot, our front foot back a little bit to create an alignment to the bowler. So we want our toes as a bit of a checklist. Our knees can also be out of alignment based on how they're being bent. So we want our knees in line with our, even in the same ratio as our toes. Our hips can also twist in different areas. So we want our hips in alignment. And the final piece of the puzzle in terms of this is our shoulders. We don't want our shoulders too open and we don't want our shoulders too close. So we want everything to be in a nice alignment towards the bowler with our right eye pointing towards our target. So chin to shoulder, right eye to target enables a nice even eye level. If we keep our hands in close to our body with our hands close together on our bat in our setup, we're nice and ready to go and evenly balanced with soft knees, shoulder width apart feet, ready to access a full ball or a short ball or balls to the offside or the leg side. Again, hands in close, eyes level. For the young player, we like the toe of the bat to be pointing up a little bit. So we're nice and strong with that left hand. If we're sloppy there with that left hand, the bat can be nice and low, and what happens is we have to use too much bottom hand. So we get our strong top hand, toe of the bat up a little bit higher like so, to set up. If they want to tap the bat, they can, or they can just hold the bat in that position with the hands close to the body, and we're good to go.